Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we finished up our work in Swift Perch, and then we got sent on an errand to come over to the Morabi dry docks to assist with the construction of a new warship for the Leminsa Navy. So we are now over here in the Morabi dry docks, and we've been working on some odd jobs and side quests in the region to help out in the dry docks here. Now, those of you that have functioning eyeballs can see that my character's gear is different than we ended the last episode with. And I went ahead and did something that I'm going to try to avoid doing as much as possible through this series, which is I got on my main character and bought a new gear set and transferred it over to this character. Because I know that I mentioned in the last couple of episodes just how much I dislike the Harness and Subligar armor sets. From just a cosmetic perspective, I just don't like the way they look. So I just went ahead and got a new armor set, which is actually a lower level armor set than what we were using. But it should still work, at least until we can get a new one as we continue down the quest line. So, you know, this looks at a nice set of chainmail, so that makes more sense from an armor perspective than what we were wearing before. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to work here. We have a couple of side quests, but we have a few more that we can pick up in the area. Let's go ahead and grab them. We'll head out and get them finished up. So it should be... Is it not here? Oh, it's down there. Oops. Alright, Kizzle. Alright, the Nuldeacon Vimeli's shipwright Kizzle needs help heating his rivets. And it looks like that this is going to be the new gear set we're going to be getting here in just a moment. That's level 15. We're not quite there yet. When it comes to riveting, you could search the realm over, but you won't find none better than Kizzle. 10 score rivets a bell, I drive. 10 score rivets a bell. Okay. Twice that if I'm not in me cups. The key to driving rivets proper-like is how hot you can get the buggers. The hotter the rivet, the stronger the bond she'll make with the steel plate. Problem being, I was to heat my rivets in the forge. They'd be cold as a dead whore's crotch by the time I hauled them back to the victory. That's a colorful phrase. 'Tis why I use the white hot cores of lightning sprites, but as you can see, my supplies are running a tad low. If it ain't too much trouble, would you be so kind as to fetch me some? You look as if you could take on a whole pack of sprites with one hand tied behind your arse. Okay. Alright, another one over here with Yulgi Honolgi. Alright, he's seeking someone to aid his crew in taking inventory. I'm looking for a strapping young adventurer good with her numbers to help tally our remaining supply of planks and logs, but I suppose you'll have to do. Now that work on the victory is nearing completion, I need one final count on the lumber we have so I can determine if we'll need more. I already have Razin Milzin and Rumio Falemo started on the tally, so speak with them and see what they found, and bring me back the exact number of quarter-deck logs and forecastle planks remaining on site. Understood? Very well. Here's the quarter-deck logs and forecastle planks. And it's right here. we might as well just go ahead and do it. Alright, here's resin. Milzine. Just finished me count of the cedar masts, and the yardmaster ain't going to like what I had to tell him. What, you'll tell him for me? Well, be my guest then, lass. The Victory, being as big as she is, will be outfitted with 3 full-size masts and 2 smaller masts. Each mast will have its own set of 4 to 5 spars, or cross masts, from which the sails hang. One need not be a scholarly from Maelvan's Gate to know that a whole hell's worth of lumber. And so, just how many masonry logs did I count here? 4. Not 400, not 4 score, not even 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can take that to the yardmaster, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, that doesn't seem anywhere near enough. Alright, 4 castle planks. Let's grab all that, and let's talk to Romeo Valemo. 200 oak berthing planks. Not one more, not one less. I counted them twice, and then I counted them thrice more just for good measure. We may be in trouble, though, if them shipwrights need any more than what you see before ye. The fires of the Calamity claimed most of the trees in old Oakwood, and what of those that remained, ye ask? Why, we chopped down the rest to help build the Victory. Well, that doesn't seem like good forestry planning. Alright, Yulgi Hanolgi. I trust you had enough fingers to help you through the Talion, so tell me, what did you find? Those be grim numbers indeed. The Calamity may be just a fading memory, but it seems we're still far from truly healing. As a salt-blooded Laminsa, it pains me to say it, but we may have to turn to them tree folk in Gridania for to finish the Victory on time. Alright. Alright, we have a couple more quests. One down at Ashan's Torch, and one new one at Candlekeep Key, and one we need to turn in there, but we have some stuff to do on the way. Constant craving, or constant carving. It's not cravings. We need to slay some wild jackals, obtain curved jackal fangs, and we need to head up there to slay lightning sprites and obtain their cores. Simple enough. Let's go ahead and get to work. Yep. Pop a marmot steak. And get the axe swinging. Alright, 2 down. Get these 2 sprites here. With a jackal over there. We get there before our combo wears off. Yep. Alright. Deliver the jackal fangs to Hosnez. Hosnze. And there's a fate. More and more merchants are refusing to make the trip to God's grip. The rumors of a giant wolf-like creature called Padfoot who is said to hide below Ashan's embrace. You can enter here to attempt to cross the bridge. Hunt the beast down, restore peace to the area. And there it is. I'm not sure I can take it by myself, but let's just give it a whirl, shall we? Careful to drag it out of the fate area without getting these other wild jackals involved, because that could be bad news. Come over here. Over here. Alright, well, let's use overpower. Pop a potion. Running low on TP, gotta be careful of that. Your AoEs, they tend to consume a lot more TP than your normal single target attacks. Things are going pretty well here. Oh. Berserk, Rampart. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna head down this way. It looks like we have Morabi moles that are on our hunt log. So let's just take these out while we're here. That'll help us get to 15. Level 15. We can start using the new gear we're going to be getting from this new the side quest in this area. Hopefully. Let's see, we need to take out 4 of these for the hunt log. Down. Berserk. There we are. Let's see. I guess we'll head down the Ashan's Torch first. Wild jackals, try and stay away from them. You have no need of fighting them. Rostze. Not sure how to pronounce that name. We can get right lonesome up here, all alone with naught but the wind's chill to keep a man company. Some days I carve jackal fangs to help clear me head of the voices. The voices calling me back to the Great Blue. Okay. Right, there's the fangs. What's this? Mimidoa sent you, did he? Well, you tell that old man that he needn't waste his few last sons in this realm worrying about poor Eorzea. I'll carry on as I always have, in the service of the sailors, alone till the day I die. Alright, you have a quest that will get us bronze sabatons. Okay. Whilst the carvings help keep me head clear, a bit of company would ease the solitude. Truth is, with each turn of the sun, I creep ever closer to the brink of madness. All day and all night I dream of someone who might rescue me from this prison, someone broad and hale with skin the color of the sea, and eyes that'll suck you in like a maelstrom, someone like Gimthoda. I've been enchanted by her sweet magic since I first saw her, a young lass from the Morebidai docks on patrol of the gods of grip. She smiled at me, but I was too ed up inside by fear to meet her gaze, and now, since her promotion to head watch, she can't be bothered to make the climb. I'll tell her how it is I feel, but me duty to the sailors. Wait, might you could tell her for me? I'd make it worth your while. You could take her a nice Lanosian lily bell. You'd think she'd like that. I'd reckon she'd like that. Ain't met a woman what didn't like flowers. Search empty heart for a Lanosian lily bell. Okay. And you're going to give me a pair of plate armor boots for it. Very well. Can I... No. Probably is not going to let me go down this cliff. Nope, it is. That's one way to do it. Alright, so let's see. Let's get this side quest first. Zoom in. Alright, oh, and this is going to be for a bronze salada. Oh, nice. Milvan's Gate Field Assessor Azumin is seeking help to exterminate an unknown pest. Excuse me, adventurer. Might I have a moment of your time? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Azumin, Field Assessor for Milvan's Gate. My work with the Custom House involves the investigation of claims made regarding the unlawful import of restricted items from foreign shores. Recently, there have been a number of petitions made by the residents of Candlekeep Key concerning a species not native to Vilbrand. If this species is indeed alien to the island, it must be located and destroyed immediately before it is allowed to reproduce and possibly disturb the natural balance found here amongst the area's fauna. I'd ask you to take this lump of fetid dodo flesh and place it upon one of the mounds of soil thought to be the nests of the invasive species. The odor should draw forth whatever creatures lurk beneath, leaving them easy targets. A chunk of fetid dodo flesh. That's gonna smell nice. Alright, Hald Broda. Does that self-righteous dog Atbrim doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth? Alright, so I'm going to doubt him. Turtleback Island? He cannot do that, can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest her soul, I know naught of this Fearsmead, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Key have enough trouble these past few suns, but with the sinking of that lamented cargo ship off the Salt Strand, I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone take note of every scrag that wanders on and off the grip. Alright. Let's see, what's the next quest here? He's going to give us a spiked brawn labris. Nice. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and to help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may just run across this Eorzea everyone seems so eager to find. Here's hoping the navigator hasn't found him first. These two are having an argument. Alright. Lots of stuff going on over here. So let's see. I guess since we're down here already and no ready way to get back up the cliff, except for going up north here, we might as well take a look at this righting the shipwright. Search the Salt Strand. Mandragora Prince. Well, little is known about the Mandragoras. What is known tends to be quite disturbing. Such is the case with the Mandragora Prince, who is rumored to journey to the sites of slaughters so it might feed off the blood-soaked loam. It's probably best not to let it feed off the blood-soaked loam. It's level 13. That might be a bit of a tall order for me to engage in. I was 5 levels above the last Fate boss that we fought, that wolf. I'm not so confident about that one. So I think we'll probably leave it alone. Alright. Eorzea. Hi, I'm Eorzea. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts? I thought he might, but you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks till I have righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time I was halfway twixt the shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we flung headlong into the Leminson galley. When I woke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I've made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with Kieran, and I ain't one with the sword, and now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Alright, so we need to salvage the Victory's helm wheel, the Victory's rigging, and the Victory's sailcloth in this area. And it looks like that these Kieran are part of a hunt log. So let's fight through them. Hey. Overpower the both of them. Oh, don't want to be part of that. Should be able to knock them down from here. Looks like we need one more of them for the hunt log. There's the rigging. Kieran Beachcomber. Egg diggers. Let's help this guy out. Level up. Alright, that puts us at level 15. Folded sailcloth. Are we gonna get attacked here? Yep. Guess he must be a summoner with that carbuncle over there. Or maybe just an arcanist. Let's see, can I examine him? He is a level 16 arcanist. Alright. We need the helm wheel. Where is the helm wheel? It's over there. Let's see if we can just grab this. Oh, I walked back into there. Oh, there we go. Got stunned. Oh, gotta be careful of that. Doesn't do any good to step out of an AoE if you step right back into it too quickly. Alright, do I need to head back? Ah, yeah, this guy. That night I was tossed in the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore, and here I've been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage my master's cargo. Alright, well here's the stuff you're looking for. The missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first, I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Atbrim that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Well, it kinda is nighttime right now. Actually, it's probably early morning. Let's see. Local time. Let's see. Eorzea time, 5:08 a.m. Yep. Alright, so these are the Saintlet flowers. Okay, so we're going to be looking for that Lily Bell. For the one guy who has a thing for that, for the girl, so. Ah, well, isn't that typical? Attacked by local wildlife. All I really want to do is just pick some flowers. Oh. Didn't quite kill it. Alright, red land trap leaf. Loot. What is this? Forbidden Island. Placing the fetid dodo stuff. Actually, I guess we have to go down there. Ow. Wild jackal. I could try to run away from it, but nah, just kill it. Alright, suspicious mound. Thavnarian Mightling. More of them. Oh. Another Marauder. Oh, the Thavnarian Might. Yeah, there's the big one. Alright, that's done. Now we have all this stuff to turn in. Alright. What I think we might do is go down here to the key and turn that in first. And then we will probably teleport over to the dry docks, because it's just faster. And, turn in the rest of these. Alright. Thavnarian Mites. We've collected eggs from cargo carried on ships hailing from Razd at Han before, but always in Limsa Laminsa. There are no records of ships traveling to or from the tiny island nation, making stops here in Candlekeep Key, nor would they ever need to. Unless the Mites did not come from a ship that laid anchor here, but from a different vessel, one with more heinous motives. I believe this will require further investigation. I thank you again for your assistance. Perhaps I may require your services again in the near future. Let's go ahead and take that bronze salata. Actually, that is for like one of my more favorite sets of basic armor in the game. Alright, let's just teleport ourselves over to the dry docks. In fact, I should probably just put it on now, right? So I want to put my leather harness back on. Bronze Salata. Let's put that on manually. Actually, let's display that helm. Oh, it's red. Matches the eyes. Alright. Gimthoda, Storm Captain. A gift from me, from the Candlekeep at Ashan's Torch, but I don't ever recall meeting anyone. Hand that over. Ah, a Notion Lilybell. Yes, it's coming back to me now. Rostze, I believe his name was. I remember specifically commenting on how I despised my patrols to the God's Grip for the areas full of Notion Lilybells, and the terrible weeds always send me into sneezing fits. While I am flattered, I'm afraid I cannot return the gesture. As head watch of the Morabi Dry Docks, it is my responsibility to see that the peace is kept until the victory's christening. I simply haven't the time to pay would-be suitors any mind, no matter how desperate they may be. Though perhaps once the ship is complete, I could consider a climb of the peninsula. Perhaps. Alright, bronze sabatons. So we should put those on. Gear set. We may need to visit a mender here, which is one right nearby. Alright, Mimidoa. Where'd you crawl in from? I don't recall sending you for no Nishits, eh? Ayami Atsurugi. I once knew a lass named Ayami back when I served on the Cloud Dancer. She was a buxom young lass with eyes big and round as ogre pumpkins. You ain't her, though. Nose ain't quite right. And who are ye? Again? I got something to tell me, has ye? Rosnes? What's that mumbling milksop whining about this time? No, let me guess. That he's lonely? Bah, put a pair of warm women in his arms, and another on his lap, and he'll be right as rain. 'Tis what I do to help me forget what ails me. Not that old Mimi Doa needs much help with forgetting, mind ye. Might be that I'll send them up a few saucy strumpets this coming eve. Really? Okay. Let's see. Let's get fixed up. Pair of gear. And we're going to turn in the side quest first. Alright, 3 cores, and I can be done with the day's work and back to the ale house where I belong. Alright, there's your lightning sprite cores. Leviathans, aye! You've really gone and done on fetched me the blinking cores. Atbrim will be right pleased to see that he will. 'Twas the foreman what came up with the idea to use cores to heat the rivets. A clever one, that man. Sharper than a fang in a fishback's beak. Probably is why he made chief so quick-like. Alright, bronze gauntlets. Perfect. Let's go ahead and slap those on. Update the gear set. Alright, we just need a chest piece now. Oh, and some pants. Alright, I'm relieved to hear that both Fear's Mead and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep Key was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Alright, spike bronze lapis. Upgrade that. Alright. He's going to give us a bronze plate belt. Significant improvement for what I'm using. Ayame, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Null Deacon Vermelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Gimthoda, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Despite all Limsa endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin, just the thought of it sickens me. Alright. Well, hopefully we'll get the quest for the pants and the chest armor soon. Alright, Gimthoda, Storm Captain. Ah yes, I had a feeling you would be the one Aprim sent. Since you first arrived at the Morabi dry docks, I've had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on all those new to the area. It is simply protocol. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Very well then. I assume Atbrim informed you of what your task would entail. Pirates, we believe, are conspiring to raid the dry docks. Were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Sanongo, stationed near the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Very well. And actually, I just remembered that now that I'm level 15, I probably have a new Marauder quest to do. So probably should head into town and take a look at that. Alright, Sanongo, Storm Private. Ayame, haha, I knew it! No more sardines for Sanongo tonight. I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Aprim would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Alright. Let's go check it out. Is it this way? No, no, down there. There it is. Fireflies. Huh. Hunt log. Just take care of this real quick. Need to kill 4 of them, and there happen to be 5 of them here. Alright, disreputable pirate. Let's see what you have to say. I'm giving you the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your venturant arse back down to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, I was had it up to my ears with your type roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite breath outlander running up and asking which way to the local live meant. 7 L's if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, goddamn it. Those balls. Once we have money to be boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pissle of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. Alright. Well, it looks like that they're wanting to get out of here, not attack anything, but that may just be a ruse. Alright, so back to the dry docks. Let's see, down here? Yep. Alright, Storm Captain. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something, but what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target was never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Ayame. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Alright, let's grab those plate belt. Alright. Next quest. And there is the Bronze Cuirass. Alright. What wishes my aid in dealing with potential intruders. I'm concerned, Ayame. It appears the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is a symbol of everything Limsa Limensa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Ayame, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Erstwist at the front gate or Sanongo at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. So be it. Well, I just noticed that we are a little bit long here, so we're going to go ahead and end this episode here and work on this quest and maybe do the next Marauder class quest when we come back next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.